And thanks for joining us on this Friday for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Annalisa Gale.
Breaking news right now, Prince George's County Police will announce charges in the murder of a Maryland teacher who has been missing for more than a month.
59-year-old Miriam Torrey Silla was last seen July 29th. Police say she was out on a walk in her Greenbelt neighborhood. Until now, police had been asking the public for any leads on her whereabouts. According to the department's Facebook page, someone will be charged in her murder. We're expecting new details at any moment now. We'll be sure to bring it to you as soon as it comes in. All right, turning outside now. This is a live look at Roslyn. Looking good ahead of this Labor Day weekend.
Absolutely. Happy Friday, everyone. Let's get over to weathercaster Brittany Ward with the first look at our forecast. Brittany, a nice day in the neighborhood, but a change coming?
No, we are actually going to be seeing quiet conditions as we head into the holiday weekend. Guys, we finally made it. High pressure just off to our north. That's keeping us quiet as we head through your evening. And this is going to linger through Saturday and Sunday. Still going to be keeping us quiet, filled with lots of sunshine. So any evening plans tonight, not even a cloud in sight across the DMV. This will be the trend as we head into your Friday evening. So definitely enjoy it. A quick look at your temperatures right now. 81 currently in DC, 78 as we head over there to Hagerstown. A little bit cooler along I81, and overall tonight we'll be seeing those lows dipping down into the 50s, giving us that fall-like feeling, and then it looks like we start to warm things up as we head into the holidays. So definitely keep it here. A check of that forecast is coming up.
All right, Brittany, thank you so very much. DC's Juvenile Curfew Enforcement Pilot Program goes into effect tonight at midnight.
Yeah, that means police are ramping up a curfew that has already been on the books in the district. Police are now targeting specific areas, 7 areas where they've seen a substantial increase in crime committed by young people.
And our Daniel Hamburg is live along U Street, which is one of the focus areas. Daniel, what are people saying about it this afternoon?
Well, Mark and Annalisa, a lot of the people we've been talking with are skeptical about this new enforcement of the curfew, because we know the biggest spike in youth crime is between the hours of 3 and 5 p.m. right after school. Now, these curfew hours that have been on the books in D.C. for those under 17, Sunday through Thursday from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 12:01 to 6 a.m. Mayor Bowser says the curfew has been always enforced, but this is a more focused effort because of police data showing increases in robberies and carjackings over the summer involving young people. The difference with this pilot is instead of being taken to a police station, kids will be brought to the Department of Youth Rehabilitation Services. The goal to connect those families with resources, but justice advocates say it won't work.
Our research shows that any contact with police and law enforcement has a detrimental effect on young people. It is going to be Black and Latino youth who are most quickly targeted by our police. And we already have racial inequities in this city.
Now, any kids that are brought to DYRS, they will be held there until the morning, until they can get in contact with their parents. Mayor Bowser says this will allow police officers to go back on patrol during those critical hours. We're live in Northwest. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, Daniel, thank you. Meanwhile, the 16-year-old girl who stabbed and killed 16-year-old Naima Lagone will remain in custody as she awaits her next trial, and that's scheduled for October 12th. Her motion to be released to home confinement was denied. The defense said that the 16-year-old did not intentionally want to cause harm, saying that she was defending herself. They also told the judge that the Lagone and the other person involved in the fight punched the 16-year-old first, and then the 16-year-old girl was trying to back away from the situation when they punched her. Lagone and the girl accused of killing her were friends from Waldorf, Maryland.
And new details in Prince George's County. We now know the name of the man who police say locked himself in his home after killing his wife and son in Fort Washington, Maryland. The suspect has been identified as 62-year-old Michael Birch. He's accused of shooting his wife, 52-year-old Rory Birch, 25-year-old Michael Birch Jr., and another man. Police found Michael Birch in his home in the 1900 block of Tall Timber Court after he barricaded himself inside for 5 hours on Thursday night. night, starting just before 6 p.m. His son was found dead inside their home and his wife in their yard.
It's very upsetting. It's very upsetting because that should not have happened.
Police say the unidentified man who is the third victim was a neighbor who went to help after hearing the shots. He is expected to recover. Birch is charged with murder, attempted murder, and other charges. Our Yamari Sisse will have more on this coming up at 5.
And as Labor Day weekend begins, the roads in Virginia are expected to be a bit more heavy, expected to see more traffic. And the state police's new program, the CARE initiative, will certainly be put into play. The initiative, called Crash Awareness Reduction Effort, is working to increase road safety by decreasing the number of crashes and fatalities that come from speeding and other traffic violations. Operation CARE will end at midnight, Monday, September 4th.
Right now, 2 people are confirmed dead after a crash on I81 South involving 3 tractor trailers and 2 cars.
DC News Now's Skylar Salas is live at the scene.
Now, Skylar, this accident created a mess. What's the latest there now?
Yeah, you guys, it was a pretty nasty scene when I got out here. Let me just explain to you guys what happened when I first got out here. I saw the tractor trailer collided with one of the vehicles, and it just was completely smushed on the front end. And you could kind of see the first tractor trailer kind of lifted up a little bit from the other vehicle that was trapped underneath it. Now, during the morning traffic, police found out that one of the vehicles was crashed into the back of one of the 3 tractor trailers when it was braking due to some of that morning traffic, which caused kind of like this ripple effect that led to 3 other tractor trailers and the second vehicle crashing to each other. Now, out of everyone in that crash, like you guys said, 2 have been confirmed dead and 4 people were trapped in one of the SUVs, that got stuck under one of the tractor trailers, but they were eventually rescued. And 4 of the 5 people involved in this crash were sent to Meredith for their injuries, and 1 was sent to shock trauma in Baltimore. Now, the accident did cause a good portion of I81 South to close. It is now open right now, but it did cause some delays.
We've notified, of course, MDOT. Also, the school boards were notified in case of bus routes and running into it. But a detour is set up by chart, so we're going to try to get it open as soon as possible once the investigation concludes.
Now, at this moment, we are not entirely sure of how those other people involved in the crash are doing in Meredith and shock trauma in Baltimore, but as soon as we get that information, we'll be sure to get it to you. Reporting live in Hagerstown, Maryland, Skylar Salas, DC News Now.
All right, Skylar, thank you. Fairfax County Police expanding its drone aircraft program to help with policing. The drones assist officers in developing safety situations and reconstructing crime scenes and crashes. They provide images, data, and real-time GPS locations. It's aimed to help the department's helicopter program. The county used the drones in the armed barricade situation in Fair Oaks earlier this week. The University of Maryland kicks off the new football season tomorrow. The Terps will host another Maryland school in Towson University for the season opener at 3:30. This kicks off head coach Mike Loxley's 5th season as head coach, and he says that this first matchup is a good test for the Terps, who are looking to win a Big Ten championship this year.
The start of the seasons is always important because it's about momentum. This is a team that a game like this can make their careers, make their season. And the type of coaching staff and the type of program that they have, I mean, they're not going to come in here and just lay down.
A fun fact, this is the first time Coach Loxley will be facing his alma mater, Towson, as the head coach at the University of Maryland.